Apple Cup week. What does this game mean to you guys, and kind of where's your head at right now?
Yeah, I mean this game is really big. Not just because they're an undefeated team, but just for the community alone. We've been playing Apple Cup for what is this, the 115th meeting? So this is not only big to this team, but big to this community, big to this university and the state of Washington. So everything's on the line for this game. Bragging rights for a year and that trophy, man.
When you first got here a few years ago, when did you kind of first become aware of what this game is, and what did it kind of mean to you when you first got here?
Well, I grew up watching Apple Cups, obviously being moved to the west side of Washington and having a bunch of dog fans on that side of the state. Growing up watching, Alex Brink take these guys down 3 times. He's the only quarterback to take them down 3 times. So it's a big thing for being a Washington kid, and I was introduced to it early, and these games, they're always exciting to watch. It's great camaraderie. It's a great game to watch. So I was introduced to it pretty early at an early age, but I never understood the impact and the significance of this game until I actually became a Coug. And my first year here, obviously going to Seattle and winning it and storming the field, you could see the hope in people's eyes, and really see the impact of what a game can truly do to a community, to a university, and to a state as well. So not only is this for bragging rights, man, this is just, at the end of the day, it's which team wants it more.
When you grew up watching this game, did you think about hey, maybe one day I'll be playing in it, or did that ever you kind of into your mind?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, at a young age, you have aspirations of playing high level football, but I knew that I was always end goal of mine to be somewhere at this level, and I didn't know if I was going to go to either schools. I went to the camps growing up, got MVPs at both camps and never got talked to by any of the coaches. So I had a chip on my shoulder growing up to obviously make it to this level. But now that I'm here, I can't wait to have a significant impact in this game.
I feel like we always hear that, the coaching staff always tries to stress the importance of this game, but where you really hear about it is from the players, the guys that have been there. And I'm thinking about a guy like, take for example like Carlos. He's getting ready to play in his first one ever. How much of a responsibility have you taken on of, telling the young guys hey, this is what it's about, man?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I think we have to do a lot more of that and just constantly remind people of what this game is actually about, because this doesn't not only mean something to this team, but like I said, to the whole community, man. There's so much weighing on this game that you can either fall short of it or you can rise to the occasion. And I think for a guy like Carlos and for these young guys who haven't experienced this type of environment, I think it's going to be a great experience for them. But you got to treat it the right way. Not playing out of your comfort zone, making sure you're doing all the things in character and not having an out-of-body experience, making sure we're doing our job and playing the game today and trying to win today and not looking forward at what the outcomes are going to be. So I think staying level-headed, obviously understanding what this game is about, and then knowing what it's going to take to actually become victorious in that game.
What do you see when you look at UW's defense on tape?
I think they're a great, they're a great group of guys. They play well together. Obviously, they've had a tremendous, past few years of some great DBs. But you got to respect your opponent, man. They're 11-0 for a reason, and it's going to be a great challenge for us. But like I said, man, if we just continue to do our job and we don't look forward and we don't worry about no outcomes and we play snap to snap and we win those moments, man, like I said, if we click on all 3 phases, man, we can beat anybody in the conference. So it's really not much about what they're doing. It's really how well can we perform and how can we be at our best at 1 o'clock on Saturday. So I'm not really too worried about what they're doing and what they're going to have schemed up. Everyone's going to have schemed. Everyone's going to have plays. Everyone's going to have coverage dialed up. But at the end of the day, it's going to be who wants it more when it's game time on the line, and how can we win one-on-one matchups.
I asked Cam about Penix, so I guess I'll ask you about McMillan and Odunze. Just as a receiver, as a guy who understands what it takes to be successful, what do you see from them?
Man, those two are some great receivers, man. And they've been doing a great job of putting on for the receiver position, and not only for their university, but showing how big of an impact the receiver position can play. That's hats off to those guys. I'm sure those guys have worked super hard to get to the position that they want to be. I've never really met those guys, but obviously I'm sure we'll come in contact soon, obviously in the off season. But no, those guys are tremendous athletes. Those guys are tremendous players. It's always fun watching other guys have success and picking off what their game is. So it's been great great to see these guys play, but like I said, I'm not their teammate, so I haven't really got a chance to meet them. But hats off to them, the success they've been having. They obviously have a great connection with Penix, and that's good to see. Obviously, being a receiver, and like I said, they've had some great games, But like at the end of the day, whichever receivers play better on Saturday is going to be the outcome. So.
Last one for me. I know you were talking about not looking ahead to outcomes, but there is a chance that this could be your last game in the crimson and gray.
Mm-hmm.
Has that set in at all, and has it changed the way you're approaching this week?
Yeah, man, it's definitely set in. Obviously, this last 2 weeks, I think it's just gotten real lately. It's just been super weighing heavy on my heart, knowing that it's more present that things aren't guaranteed, So you really got to show up to practice with that mindset, knowing this could be your last time you touch the field. So I think it's done a great job of motivating me to get up in the morning and to not take things for granted. And I think that works out in my favor. I think a lot of guys can become complacent in these types of times and look forward to next year and be like, oh well, we got next year. But for me, that's not the case. Everything's on the line with this game. If we want to extend the season, we have to win. So it's a must-win game, and I think it hasn't changed my mindset, but it's motivated me a lot more to do the extra and do more that I'm capable of. And obviously, battling through what I've battled through this past season, I've done a great job of just working through things, and I'm just excited to not only have an opportunity to play one more with these guys, but it's an even better opportunity to go 1-0 and have another game after this.
I asked Cam about Nakia just a minute ago. He said this is the first time, or last game was the first game he felt totally healthy all season. One, did you see that out of him? And two, when he's healthy, how does that change you guys' offense?
Man, Nakia's a great back. He's had a great career here. We came in at the same time, and it changes a lot when you can dominate the line of scrimmage and you can run the ball. Not only does that allow the perimeter and give us receivers a chance to block and put that on tape, but it gives the offense a variety of plays to open up. And I think when he's on, it opens up so many more pass lanes and so many more run lanes for not only our offense, but we can become so much more versatile and not one-dimensional. But Nakia had a great game, man. He's been battling through a lot of things with his body, and obviously that comes with time. But I'm just super proud of that dude for not only sticking through it, but working through the hard stuff. And like I said, that guy, man, he changes the game for us, man. When he can get 4 to 5 yards every play and he can strike those big runs, not only does that make my job easier, but I love blocking and putting it on tape. So being able to send my guy into the end zone off the right way, that play that he scored on was such a memorable feeling, man. Just knowing that I did my job good enough to make sure he got in the end zone, and that's what it's going to take on Saturday, selfless play. And obviously it's going to come down to who wants it more, and we got to take care tomorrow and then the next day, and then come Saturday we'll be ready to go. Mahalo, guys. Appreciate it.